High stakes and hard questions, Trump's second term at the half-year mark. While Trump's supporters tout achievements in border control, economic gains, and foreign policy, critics question the sustainability of his policies and the Democratic Party's response. 6 months into his second term, President Donald Trump has presided over a whirlwind of legislative moves, executive orders, and international developments that have reignited fierce debate across the political spectrum. On the domestic front, the administration claims significant wins. Illegal border crossings are reportedly at historic lows, and Congress passed a major tax package well ahead of the year's end, an unusual show of early legislative unity. Trump's allies also highlight executive actions, such as banning biological males from women's sports, as pivotal cultural moments. Meanwhile, a return to plastic straws, once a culture war talking point, has made its way back into the national conversation, drawing both mockery and applause. Economically, Trump's tariffs have reportedly generated over $100 billion in revenue, and inflation appears to be stabilizing, currently below 3%. Gas prices have dipped 10% from the previous year, and retail sales show modest gains. His administration claims to have saved American taxpayers $190 billion and secured $2 trillion in international investment deals. While critics have long expressed concern about the unpredictable nature of tariffs, even some skeptics now admit the short-term results. On the global stage, Trump has overseen the release of several American hostages from countries such as Venezuela, Russia, and Gaza. Additionally, a recent airstrike on Iran's Fertile facility has further solidified his image among supporters as a president who takes decisive action abroad. However, as the Republican agenda pushes forward, the Democratic Party appears to be at a crossroads. With no clear national leader following a disappointing election cycle, internal audits, including a so-called after-action review by the DNC, are raising more questions than answers. Critics argue that the party's reluctance to confront whether President Biden should have run for re-election, or whether Vice President Harris was the right successor, signals a deeper strategic void. The New York Times likened the DNC's analysis to going to a steakhouse and examining the salad. Critics inside and outside the party argue that avoiding fundamental questions about leadership and voter trust has led to a disconnect from political reality. Allegations of misallocated funds and hasty decision-making have added to the internal discontent, as both parties grapple with dramatically different challenges. The next 6 months could define the trajectory of not only Trump's second term but the broader shape of American politics heading into the next election cycle.